We're Lance and Tracy Smith from San Diego. I worked at a local retail store when I was 18, 19 years old, and I worked in the sporting goods department. And there was a new cashier that showed up, and my manager came back and showed me a magazine, Outdoor Life magazine, 1985, with a girl in a bikini and dolphin shorts, if you remember those, holding a big halibut. And I said, man, that's my kind of woman. And the manager said, that's the new cashier. And so I went and got a chance to meet her really quick. And that's Tracy sitting beside me today. Spent 4 years telling her how great life was going to be if she ever married me. And I told her, I said, we'd have a big house, we'd travel the world. She'd drive a nice car. She'd go shopping wherever she wanted. And she had no choice. She said, I do. And she married me. And if any of you have lived in California before or have been a newlywed, we ended up all the things I promised her. It's called courting before you're married. It's called lying after you're married because I moved into a 600 square foot condo I couldn't afford. She drove a Volkswagen Fox. The Mercedes had to wait. She could go shopping whenever she wanted as long as the dollar store. And I was traveling. I mean, we hadn't even seen all of Tijuana yet. So that's kind of where we started off, here in Southern California. And we got ourselves in debt. I found myself, here in Southern California. I know a lot of people are feeling it right now, certainly over the last couple of years with inflation and everything. It was just tough. We kept getting notices in the mail that said you're approved, and we'd fill them out and we'd send them in, and I'd get another card and I'd get another one. And ultimately I found myself way in debt. And it took me coming home one day and finding Tracey in tears because creditors have been calling her all day long. Before I realized that I needed to do something. And, she didn't say this, but this is the way I took it. She looked at me and she said, this wasn't what you promised. And it wasn't. And so at that point I looked and and maybe you've come to a spot like that in life, but I certainly, for me at that point, that was a turning point. And she was absolutely right. It wasn't what I promised her. I couldn't afford the life. She was a bank teller. I was working at a retail store or a lumber company at the time. And so I went out and started looking. I started looking at what I could do to generate an extra income. And I looked at franchises, I looked at vending machines, golf course driving ranges, laundromats, car washes. I mean, I was going down the list of everything I could do. I didn't want to give up any type of, give up my income because I was in debt. I had to pay the bills. And then somebody introduced me to what we're going to share with you tonight. It actually was a lot earlier version. As Renee said, we've been doing this for 30 years. Back then it was more of a hands-on type of business. Now it's really a virtual business, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. But I saw the idea, and I tell you what, it caught me out of left field. It wasn't what I was looking for. I never learned about it in school, but I looked around and there were some people that were very successful, and they said it helped me. And one of the things I liked is I didn't have to go, quit my job. I didn't have to go risk everything and roll the dice. I didn't have to take out a loan for a couple $100,000 to start a franchise or a laundromat. And so I thought we'd give it a shot. I said, we'll see. Let's give it a year and see what happens. And that decision was the very best decision we ever made. I'd love to say we got rich in that year's time frame. We didn't. We made a lot of mistakes, and we made a lot of mistakes twice just to make sure we did them wrong the first time. But that's just kind of the way that it works itself out. Ultimately, so one of my mentors came up to me and said, Lance, he says, I know you got a lot of good ideas, but why don't you do it the way we tell you to do it? And then at least, later on, you can go back to what you're doing, but at least then you'll be making money. I said, okay, I'm going to do everything you tell me to do. And if it doesn't work, it's your fault. And about 2.5 years later, we left our jobs about 3 times what we were making full time. By the time we were 25, 26, we had bought the house we live in today. And by the time we were 30, we had accomplished a lot of our financial dreams and goals. And for the last bunch of years, we've been very blessed in this space. We've worked with $3 billion companies and we worked, as a liaison between the field and the corporate. We worked with some of the greatest executives and watched some companies that were, started small and built up to over $1 billion. And in 2022, I had right after COVID, I had a heart attack. And I looked around and looked at the business I was representing and had some owners that really didn't have the right motives in mind. I loved my industry when done right. And I made a decision in 2022 that we wanted to do something again. We want to do something in a big way and really give back to the industry that really has blessed us all these years. And so we started looking at different companies. We met a lot of different folks. And that ultimately led to a meeting we had in September of 22, just over 2 years ago, with a gal named Kim Lee and Samson Lee. And we ended up meeting with a gentleman named Daniel Picu. And the idea of 3 of the company that we're going to talk about tonight really was kind of put together. And I absolutely love what it is that we do. And if you're looking at this for the brand, as a brand new person, I don't expect you to jump, the first second and understand it all. But I will tell you this, that after doing this for 30 years, There's nothing I'd rather do. We haven't had jobs for 30 years. We started work about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. We're going to be done here in a few minutes. Then we're going to go get dinner. And it's just a great life if you like to travel. And there's all kinds of amazing things about it. So we'll talk about that. But let me go ahead and if I can share my screen, I'm going to jump into the details, and we will get after it. So here we go. Can you all see that okay? Can I get thumbs up? Yep. Okay, great. So 3 itself was launched in February of last year. 2023. We did our soft launch. We did our actual launch in May of last year. And to get this out of the gates, we started off with 14 different countries in 2023. In the last 19 months, we've done 135. We're actually $140 million in total sales now. We've had $3 million spent in clinical studies. We've got 12 patents on cellular absorbance systems that Tracey is going to talk about in a minute. All of our products are listed in the PDR, except we've got a couple of new ones that we just launched that I don't believe they're in there yet. We've got a global e-commerce platform. It's really a current turnkey business that's, again, available in 14 different countries. And from a momentum standpoint, we're just knocking on the park. One of the things that we decided that if you take the top, probably 15 or 20 people that got together, there's probably a cumulative total, Kim Wee being the biggest, of maybe $15 to $17 billion in sales the last 15 to 20 years. And when we all got together, we wanted to build something big. We wanted to build something amazing. We wanted to have some incredible products, and we wanted to have something that was going to stand the test of time. And that really is what we launched with Daniel Piku and the products that we launched. And so with that, I'm going to introduce you to a video real quick that's Dr. Dan, and he's going to talk about the new product that we just launched. And then Tracey's going to go kind of talk about those products. She's going to talk about the regular products we got, and I'm going to talk a little bit of opportunity, and then we'll wrap things up. And so with that, let me introduce you to Dr.
I'm Dr. Dan, Chief Scientific Officer at 3, here to introduce our groundbreaking Visage collection, an entirely unique approach to skincare. Our skin, the body's largest organ, is constantly exposed to pollution, UV rays, and environmental stressors. So effective skincare isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. That's why we set out to create something truly game-changing. Let me explain. The Visage collection takes a different approach by tapping into 2 fascinating areas of skincare: quorum sensing and the skin-brain connection. Let's start with a cleanser and toner, both powered by an incredible concept called quorum sensing. Think of it as your skin having a conversation with itself. When your cells communicate effectively, they know exactly what to do. The meticulously chosen ingredients in these products work together seamlessly, adapting to your skin's unique needs to deliver optimal cleansing and care. Then there's the star of the collection, Visage Super Serum, the first neurocosmetic designed to strengthen the skin-brain connection. This groundbreaking formula doesn't just rejuvenate your skin, it actively supports your natural renewal processes while enhancing your overall sense of well-being with each application. It's skincare that works on both the inside and out, making it truly transformative. We created the Visage collection to provide superior skincare, from cleansing to toning to nourishing and protecting your skin, all while supporting your body's natural communication processes and caring gently for your skin. I am thrilled to share it with you and confident that with it, you'll achieve results you never thought possible.
So that's great. This is Dr. Dan Gubler, and we just launched this product just last week. So we're very, very excited about it. At 3, I think Lance just said regular products. We don't have anything that are regular.
Original products.
Original products. And it is amazing when I go through these products. I just want to let you know we're going to do a very brief overview, and there is so much behind our products. But let me tell you really fast about Dr. Dan Gubler, because he didn't give his credentials. Dr. Dan Gubler is a PhD, 15 years in cellular absorption formulation experience, formulated over 70 nutritional supplements, 16 patents granted or pending, Caltech trained, that's the highest you can get, right? PhD in organic chemistry, health influencer. This guy, he is so fun, but so brilliant. He has over 90,000 on TikTok followers. And I always say TikTok instead of TikTok. Not funny. And a top 50 in podcasts. So he's just an amazing, incredible, brilliant guy. And I do want to tell you that we do exploration and curation at 3. So we're not just going out there and finding different ingredients and mixing them up in a lab. That's not who we are. He actually goes and explores and finds new plants, and we're in development. We're cutting edge in everything that we do. So I'm super proud to introduce our product, especially this new Visage super serum. It's an amazing product. Now, I'm not a doctor, and maybe some of you are, and maybe you are as brilliant as Dr. Dan, but I'm not. When he talks things about neurocosmetic, I'm like, what? What is a neurocosmetic? We actually are in cutting edge. There's nothing like us in the marketplace that we actually could put a serum on our skin and feel lifted in our attitudes and minds. And so it has a brain skin connection. And it's leveling up all of the cosmetic industry. You won't find anything like this. It's very, very special. So this is our new serum. And I'm going to show you a few before and after pictures, 28-day results, which are absolutely amazing. Focus in on those eyes and the complexions. I mean, it's wonderful. Who doesn't want to have their neck lifted? I'm almost 60. Can you believe it? And I'm all about that. It's like not just on my face, right? It's going to be on the neck too. And it's not just for women, it is also for men. And it's super important right now. We're seeing a lot of commercials, I think, that you are seeing right now on men's cosmetics as a very leading product line right now, and very, very important. And this is our friend Renee. Look at her results. Absolutely beautiful, glowing. Renee's a health net. I say net. I hope that doesn't offensive. But she is, I mean, just she knows her stuff. And I promise you, you know, she doesn't wear a lot of the makeup in that, and her skin is absolutely beautiful. So I believe there's no filters on here. This is Renee, just gorgeous. And so with our serum that we have had launched, we've launched 2 other products. We have a cleanser and we also have a toner. And when he talked about, I say quantum, I was joking with Renee, quorum sensing technology. And I thought, what does that mean? It actually is a promising target for the next generation of anti-infectants. Isn't that interesting? I mean, it's just, there's nothing like it. So, you know, when I saw a cleanser, you know, I used to work at the cosmetic department at the store that we met at. And it was like, oh, you know, a lot of guys, you know, they wash their face with shampoo or, you know, soap or whatever. We're so far beyond that with cosmetics today. And there's nothing like ours because it has an uplifting experience. It revitalizes your complexion, and it also supports your self-being. And so it's not just a cleanser. It actually does a lot more than that. And we're going to be able to learn more and more about the wonders of this product. And this is our toner, and it is absolutely amazing. Hydration and a pH balance. It gives you an all-day glow. Did you see Renee's skin? It just had that beautiful, healthy glow. And that's how our skin should look. It supports a balanced microbiome. Like, really? The only time I've heard about microbiome is in their gut. And so we're actually getting connections where our skin can communicate with us. The cells can communicate. We're big into cellular absorption. And we're not just saying these things. We are third-party tested. We have studies that they've spent millions of dollars on. And I have to tell you, you know, being part of the PDR, which the toner isn't yet, I was shocked because I didn't know a serum could be in the PDR. It's just absolutely amazing, the technology that we have in our products. So numbers tell the story. This is cutting edge, of course. I mean, who doesn't want their skin to look good? We have a huge marketplace. You know, we're a proactive wellness company. And we were taking all the internal proactive wellness until the serum. And then all of a sudden we find ourselves with a complementary product line that enables a lot of people to not only look good, feel good, but make money. And so this is our Visage collection. I have to tell you, this is limited. I don't even know by the end of this call if you'll be able to get this, because it's just this beautiful box for the holidays. I was sure to order it as fast as I could. So if you want it, you better order it. Of course, there are retail wholesale advantage in the money. I love this, and I'm telling you, I can't wait. I'm going to my mailbox. I went down just before this call to see if it was there because I'm so excited to have this. I've used the serum, but I have yet to use the cleanser or the toner. This is the Visage Collection Skincare Power Up. This is a special package that people that are involved with 3 have the opportunity to purchase. If you're new, you have the opportunity to get involved, buy a package, and then this will be available to you. I couldn't figure out that word. So I wanted to briefly go through our 3 products. Now, of course, we have 9 products now at 3. And 7 of them are part of the PDR. That's the prescriber's digital reference. I didn't even know what that was, but I knew that doctors, after I took my kids in, would actually go into their office before they gave a prescription, or they would, type out something for instructions for me. And they had this reference that they would go to. And I can't believe that we're only 22 months in. You can't pay to get into the PDR. And we have 7 of our products already there. Can you imagine? That's just absolutely amazing. The credibility and the confidence that it gives me when I'm going out and sharing our products. This is not snake oil. This is the real deal. So we have our first product called Vitalite Super Blend Multivitamin. It's absolutely amazing. You can fill it work within minutes. I love this product. I take it every day. It's very convenient, 30-day supply. We have so much information for you. Just tell us what you want, and we have it written. We can just go ahead and copy and paste it to you. Eternal is a wonderful product. I take this at night because I absolutely love it, especially if you're in a dry climate like Renee and Lance and I are. It's a wonderful product. It has resveratrol in it. It is so enjoyable to take. You can't get the amount of resveratrol from Eternal and any other product that I've ever known. So a wonderful product. Immune is incredible. It builds up your immunity. It's gut health. This is so important, and it's the rage right now. If you are on social media at all, it's all about gut health, and making your gut healthy makes it just affects everything, and it builds up your immunity. Who doesn't need that? Everybody, especially when we have 5, almost 6 grandbabies that love to come up with little snotty noses and kiss you. You're like, where's my immune? I need to take that. Collagen, this was my first product, absolutely amazing product. The best, highest grade of collagen that you can get. This product I took on day 1, I took a picture from my cell phone, no filters, no nothing, in my bathroom, took a picture of myself. 3 days later, you could totally see all the rosacea go away. This was my personal success story. And the 10 days, I mean, my skin was amazing. So the belief from collagen gave me the belief in all the other products. And I'm telling you, I take every one of them today. Revive, wonderful product. Renewal and recovery. It is amazing. Anyone that deals with workout, stress with their muscles, gives them recovery. And up to the people that are having chronic issues, they have so many testimonies about how Revive has helped them. And again, a natural product that can sway people off and maybe some of those really harmful meds. I just suggest anytime someone says, do you think that would work for me? I'm like, take it to your doctors in the PDR, have them look at the nutrients in that. And that's why we have so many medical professionals in 3 today that promote the product. It's because it's so amazing. And the last is Purify. Purify is incredible natural detox. I've always had a little bit of issue with genetic problems, and I tell you, I take Purify all the time. It detoxifies 5 different organs, skin, liver, it's just amazing. And so it's a gentle detox. You're not like, I can take this tonight and I can't leave for 2 days. Not like that. You can take it. In fact, you take all of our products at different times of the day, or as Dr. Gubler says, you take them when you remember to. And so they could all be taken together. Natural, good, not hurtful, amazing product line. And so that was the products. I did that pretty fast. So if you have questions, please get back to the person who invited you. They have all the information, all the data, and we're so proud to be representing 3.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. The products are fantastic. I absolutely love them. And our full-time occupation day is listening to people tell us stories about what the products have done for them and how it's changed their life. And I love that. Like I said, we've been in the industry for over 3 decades, and these are the best products we've ever represented. And we're really proud to have them and to take them. So let's talk about the business side of it. Now, if all you do is use the products, I think that's fantastic. But I mean, how many of you would love to have would look better or feel better if you were actually making more money?
Yeah.
I think for most people nowadays, that really kind of is the buzzword, is that everyone out there who wants to look better, they want to feel better, and everybody needs to create more of an income, especially that what we've gone through the last 4 or 5 years. What's so cool about this is this model of e-commerce and cross-border e-commerce. I mean, literally to get involved, it's $30 to get involved. I told you I looked at franchise. The cheapest franchise I've ever found was $75,000. And this was years ago. And to be able to get into a company that really is e-commerce ready, gives you a replicated website, has access to all the videos, all the marketing, all the media, the video you saw from Dr. Dan, the videos on all the different products, and all all the third-party testing and all that stuff right at your fingertips, literally for $30 to have training and mentorship, calls like this on a daily or regular basis to help support your business, have a duplicatable system that really allows you to get involved and learn from people that have had success. Most of you have probably heard that if you're going to walk through a minefield, follow somebody. And when I got involved in this, I found some people were successful. And I said, these are the people I'm going to follow. And they did tell me, they said, if you do it our way, we'll help you. So I'll do exactly what you tell me. And it's absolutely changed my life. And to have that and then the personal coaching and the mentorship program, it's unlike anything I've ever seen out there. I absolutely love what our industry has done. We've been able to over the last 3 decades, work with hundreds of people who become financially free, over 50 that have become millionaires in this space. It's just so cool to see it change lives when you can actually have the freedom that comes along with financial freedom. You really can't be free unless you're financially free. I know there's a lot of great jobs out there, and I don't, especially in this economy, I don't knock have to have something. But I'll tell you, it's so cool to be able to have a business of your own that you can set your own schedule to work when you want to work and where you want to work and with who you want to work. From there's 7 different ways of going in through of making money. I'm going to hit these just really quickly. We have some information in the back office that goes through that. My friend George Ruiz has a couple of videos, and we have a couple of videos that go through the compensation plan. The first way of making money, and I'll just tell you real quick, I come from a retail background. When you would go to a retail store and you go buy a cosmetic program, you're spending, let's say you spend $100 at the retail store, about $50 is going to go to the manufacturer. And then the other probably $75, $85 is going to go to the building, the franchise fees, the employees, the insurance benefits, the overhead, all of the things that go along with running a traditional business. I did that for 7 years. By going through this model, what we do is we ship directly, we manufacture ourselves, ship directly from the manufacturer or through our own warehouses out to 14 different countries. And so we have that gap that would normally go to a store, and we pay that 35 to 40% back to the people that go out and market this idea. And so really all we're going to do is talk about things that we try that we like. So I go share this idea with people. People react 1 of 3 ways. Some of them will look at it and say, it's not for me. And that's okay. This isn't for everybody. But if you're feeling that way, at least try the products just to get something in your system and see if they make a difference in your life the way they have for us. Some people come along as a retail customer. They just want to buy the products, and that's great. And the third type of person comes along and wants to build a business. And that's really what I want to spend the next couple of minutes talking about. So number 1 is a retail customer. Tracey posted before and after pictures of collagen online. And within 5 minutes, I get a notice on my back office that you've got 1750. I looked at Tracey, I said, what's that? She said, it's mine. And that was her retail bonus that came in because she posted before and after picture and put her replicatable link on her website. The second is an introductory bonus. That is when somebody gets involved in your business and buys some of the bigger packs, you'll get a bonus right away within or from $25 up to $350, depending on how they get involved. There's something called team commissions that's based on how you develop your business. And in a nutshell, it basically goes like this, that if somebody gets involved and says, you know what, I want to build a business with you, and they decide to register in the business, you have really 2 teams that you're creating, a right team and a left team. And as they start to generate volume down those 2 sides, we have a system in place that goes based on volume. And when you hit a certain volume requirement on each side, it literally click real time, and you have a cycle, and that cycle is between $35 and $45, and you can cycle literally up to 600 times a week. And even though we're under a couple of years old, we have people that are actually cycling out, and maxing out the compensation plan. So you can do 35 or 45 times 600, and it's a pretty big weekly income that's out there that's available for you. We have something called team commissions. Or the team commission, the next one we have is the leadership matching bonus, which basically says that if you help people create an income, you're going to make an income. And so as an example, if you get somebody involved and they make two or three, let's say they make $2,000 off of the team commissions. From that, you can make 20 to 30%. So you'll get a $200 to $300 bonus coming in from 3 for helping that person make $1,000. Now, if you help that person make $10,000, that bonus goes to $2,000 to $3,000 a month, which is a pretty cool deal. If you help them match out the comp plan, you can imagine you just add some zeros on the end of that one. And so those are real big bonuses that come in. And it's a cool way. You know, I looked at this, I said, you mean to tell me that you guys are going to come down, you're going to help me build my business. You're going to talk to the folks I know and you're not going to charge me anything? And they said, yeah. I said, okay, go ahead. And they did. I mean, they literally supported us and, you know, and I love that part. The next one is a performance, a rank advancement performance bonus that comes in. There's a scale that as you move your way up through this thing and create more volume, there's bonuses that come along with that. There's a global leadership pool that comes in. That's 3% of the bonus of the revenue that comes in, and that's going to go in all countries. And I will tell you, we started off in 14 countries, but for a lot of us, we were with the other platforms that were in 150 countries. And we're going to take this company from 14, and we want to nail the 14 or 15 right now, quick. But we're going to take this to you know, to hundreds of countries. We're going to develop this around the world, and that's why we're really excited about this. Timing is perfect to get involved in this. And the last one is the Global Founders Pool, which is for those who get involved that get a founders pack and really catch the vision of what it is we're doing. And so there's a couple ways to get involved. One is to become as a retail customer, and the second is to become a wholesale member or become a partner with us in 3. There are some packs that you can pick from. To get the founder bonus, which is a 2% bonus, you need to have a founders pack. And we literally are going to sell out of these within the next 4 or 5 months. And then as we open up new countries, we'll do a limited release. But in North America, we've had these for the last 2 years, and we're going to shut them down here in the next few months as we sell out. We have a cap as far as what we're on track to hit it somewhere around April or May. I wouldn't count on that if you're thinking about building this in a big way. That 2% pool, you know, because it's restricted over time as we develop it around the world, it's going to be an amazing bonus. From there's a business builder pack if the founders pack doesn't work, and you can upgrade at a later date. But again, I wouldn't wait on the founders if you really want to build this. I mean, where in the world could you start a business of your own and you can get your franchise for $30 and stock your shelves for $2,800? I mean, there's just nothing like it. I've never seen it. It allows everyone to go play the big game where you can actually follow people that have had success, but do it on a level where you've got you know, you don't have the expenses that go along with it. You don't have to quit your job. And so from there's a business builder pack that's $1,300. There's a premium pack, and then there's an intro pack that you can pick those. And so again, I recommend highly considering, you know, the founders pack. This is the go-to way to get involved. That's the way certainly we got involved. And it's amazing because by the time we got all of our products, Tracey had already sold them all. So we had to go buy another pack just to
I like that.
get out of there. But let me just kind of wrap up with this. You know, I started out by telling you we got involved in this broke, and there's maybe you're on this call and maybe you're doing fantastic financially. Maybe you're in a great spot. You're exactly where you want to be. Maybe your business is going or whatever it is you're doing. Your job's incredible. You're crushing it, and you're really not looking for something from a financial standpoint. And if that's you, you know, God bless you. I cheer success no matter where it comes from. You know, as long as it's done right ethically and that sort of thing. But try the products because you're going to want to live longer. I'll just tell you that you want to live, you want to look good, and you want to feel good. And you know, when Sam Walton died, the owner of Walmart years ago, he died in his early 70s, and he was the richest man in the world at the time when he died. And I always ask people, I said, how much money would he have given to live another 10 years? And he would have given all of it. He would have given every penny he had if he could have lived another 10 years. And so, so there's that. But I'm going to just assume that there's some of you that maybe aren't in that category and you're looking for something else, or maybe you're frustrated like I was years ago, and maybe you came home and you've seen your wife cry, or maybe you're crying when you look at your check. But you know, the way I see it, and I know some of you on this call, but if you're looking at this brand new, the way I see it is you really got 3 choices. Choice number 1 would be ignore it and just keep doing what you're doing. The problem with that is if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. And you know, the absolute absurdity is continue doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. It's just not going to happen. So I wouldn't recommend that way. But a lot of people, they just do the ostrich thing and they put their head in the sand and say, you know what, maybe it'll get better sometime, and it doesn't. And that's a tough way to live your life. The second option would be to go out and maybe change careers and go learn a new pathway. And I was just talking to a realtor the other day that had the worst year of his career over 20-something years. And he said, man, to go out and go learn something else, right? And you can go quit your career and go start something else and learn and go down that pathway. And you could do it that way. You could also go get, an Uber, or you could go get one of these side gigs and do something else. But if the answer to your financial problems is throwing more time at it, you're always going to have a quality of life issue that's going to come in. Or you could do the third option, and it's the option we chose. As I looked, I said, you know what? I don't have to quit my job. I can continue going down the pathway I'm going. Rather than watching TV at night, maybe I could go spend a couple hours doing this a day, and let's just see what happens. And that decision right there absolutely changed our lives. And it's changed the lives of literally tens of thousands of people around the world. And even with three, out of all the companies, and again, I love my industry. There's thousands of companies that are within this space. I've been blessed to, like I say, work with $3 billion companies that we helped take a couple of them to $1 billion. And there's some great companies out there, but I've never seen something like three. I've never seen something with the ownership of three. I've never seen the leadership that we have at three. I've never seen the culture that we have at three, the tribe that is here, the loyalty, the unity that we've got. I've never seen all the pieces come together, and you throw that type of a business model and throw in some, 9 of the best products I've ever seen in my career. And you're looking at something that you're going to, if you think you've heard a lot about three tonight, you give us a couple of years, because you're going to hear about it, and you're going to hear about it, and you're going to hear about it. And rather than listening from the sidelines, I recommend you come in and join us. I mean, we're coming up, the Christmas is a week away. You got New Year's a week, and here it is. We're going to go into January. In January, everybody has their New Year's resolutions. And what's their number one and number three New Year's resolutions? Number one is they want to lose some weight, they want to look better, they want to feel better. And number two is they usually want to make more money. And I think
We can help with all of
I
that.
think that flip this last year is, I think making money is the number one now. But that really is what you're looking for. And so really all we're doing is sharing with people. And I'm going to ask you, who do you know in your life that wants to look better, they want to feel better, they want an extra income? And I'm gonna challenge you to say that there's just about everybody out there is looking for one of those three, if not all of those three. And how do you know if they're interested in this or not? All you do is ask. And that's probably why some of you are on this call. And if you jumped on this call, you can get others to jump on a call like this, and we can share the same idea. And so with that, I thank you for jumping on. I'm going to turn it back over to Renee. But before I do, just God bless you all and have a fantastic Christmas. And thanks for letting me share tonight, or let us share tonight, Renee. And back to you. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate everybody that is here. If you want the recording, I'll put that out on our Shout app tomorrow. But I do have a special guest, Henry, here, who popped on at the last minute. Thanks, Henry, for being here, and to all of our guests tonight. And thank you, Lance and Tracy, for taking the time. We build this digitally, and I've had the pleasure of not only being here as we launched in North America, but I had the pleasure of going to Hong Kong for our launch. I've had the pleasure of launching in the Philippines and in Singapore and in Malaysia, and just incredible. It's incredible. It gives you chills when you see what's happening around the world. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Have a nice evening, and we will, get together with the person that invited you. Take care.